Welcome to Just a Fan Podcast, Episode 10. I am your host, Skullcap, and what an episode of The Big Bang Theory season premiere Season 9 premiered. It was great. I mean, what mixed emotions and things went on and that shouldn't have gone on, but it was just it was just crazy, I think. We're going to talk that in a little bit. But for right now, we're going to talk about what I found on Facebook on the Big Bang Theory, network when you follow them on Facebook. First, I'm going to talk about this, and then I'll talk about the episode because I really do want to talk about the episode. All right. First things first. This is the title: 12 pickup lines that'll work on any Big Bang fan. So basically, anybody's supposed to use these pickup lines to pick up a person that's a Big Bang Theory fan. So the only reason why I'm talking about this is because I think it's kind of ridiculous. But here's 12. I'll try my best. So let me see. I'm gonna try to do it how I'm actually gonna talk to a girl. So number 1. On a scale of 1 to America, how free are you tonight? I could not do that without laughing. That is so funny. I don't know. I find pickup lines a little cheesy to me. It's like, come on, just say how you are. But anyway, okay. Yeah, that was number 1. So, okay, number 2. Feel my cardigan, Cardigan. Know what? It's made of girlfriend material. What? Well, when's if you saying that to a guy? So is this like guys saying this to girls? I thought there was like anybody. You know what? Switch it around if you're trying to say this to a guy. Or, well, I don't think girls do pickup lines, do they? I don't know. I don't really do the dating scene. Okay, number 3. Are you heading to the library? Because I would certainly like to check you out. Here, wait, let me start that over. I write sloppy. Are you heading to the library? Because I would certainly like to check you out. Ridiculous. Alright. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4. Wanna be on my emergency contact? Am I even doing this right? It sounds so ridiculous. I feel like a clown. Okay, number 5. Are you a musician? Because you really pull on my heartstrings. I think, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess it only works for a Big Bang Theory fan. So, okay, the fans. It's not like actually if they work a harp. I don't know. Okay, number 6. Knock, knock, knock. Person's name. Knock, knock, knock. Person's name. Knock, knock, knock. Person's name. Because I don't even know who you were trying to do anything with. Then you say that 3 times. That one's kind of funny. I think that would kind of work or annoy them. It would go either way. All right. Number 7. You had me at Merlot. Merlot. I have no idea what that is. Is that you know what? I am not even going to try to figure that out. Okay. Number 8. I play real life Operation with you any day. I think I'm a goofy guy, so yes, I would ruin every last one of these. I just can't take this seriously. I guess it's not supposed to be serious, or really? I mean, it's part of the Big Bang Theory thing, or I don't know. Anyway, number 9. I'll give up my parking space before you. Anytime. Sorry, I'm pausing for a minute because I'm thinking about that. It's like, ooh. Oh, do you like that? Yeah. Okay, I'm moving on. Number 10. Suff Kitty isn't the only one who will be purring tonight. I don't know if that was good. I think I could do a good purr. Wait. think that's a good word. It sounds like a snore, but it's like backwards or inwards. So okay, two more. Number 11. You're the only trophy I want to carry around. Okay, number 12. Okay, imagine I had glasses on and I just lowered them down. I'm going to need to get my fire extinguisher because you are smoking hot. Putting back the glasses up on my forehead. Yeah, I think I ruined that. Me putting the glasses down after saying that, putting the glasses back up. There. Now I said it right. I find that so ridiculous. I mean, it's fun if you kind of know the person, if they are a fan of The Big Bang Theory, but just coming out of nowhere at like a bar or so. You know what? This could maybe work at Comic-Con, like a con, just a comic. Not San Diego Comic-Con, but like any conventions, because there's a lot of conventions out there. So this could work because there's a lot of Big Bang Theory fans. But anywhere else, you're like flipping the coin right there. So this is fun, but I couldn't even use pickle lines. I'm not really into pickle lines. I don't even know how to pick up a girl like that. So, but this is fun. I like that. All right, on to what you're here for. We're here for the Episode 1, Season 9. And yes, I don't know what number the big number is, so we're going to Season 9, Episode 1, premiere of The Big Bang Theory. What an episode. What an episode. All right. So, like, where we left off in the season finale of 8 is where Penny and Leonard were talking in the car, and they were talking how Leonard just confessed that he had kissed a girl as he was drunk, even though that's not an excuse to kiss a girl, because alcohol does not mix it with anything, but that's not an excuse to kiss a girl, especially when you have a hottie cutie at home. Geez, I mean, what was it? It was 3 months. I mean, he couldn't hold off. I mean, it's not like he didn't have a girlfriend, or I'm sorry, a fiance, or no, I'm sorry, they weren't engaged. But that doesn't matter. You're together. When you're together until you break up. So that's just me. But anyway, so finding out. So continuing with the episode. So, 2 things were going on. We're going to talk about the wedding. They went to Vegas anyway. I believe they should have just turned around. But anyway, they went to Vegas. They were getting the package, and they got their wedding onto online, so their friends can actually watch them get married live. I think that's a cool idea. That wouldn't be a bad idea for people, like maybe for your fans or something, to say, you want to see me get married? That'd be awesome. So anyway, through the whole episode, so they got getting married, then they got married. And then they go to the room, where you're supposed to spend the night with your, newlywed person. And, Leonard actually carried her. I am so proud of him. Here, I'm clapping. Actually carried her to the bed. And I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, they were kissing, and then she was, discouraged and thinking about the other woman that he just discussed. Oh, and remember, this was 2 hours later on or something like that. That was like the episode that they were saying like 2 hours later on, before they got married or something like that. So they had a big argument because what happened was, come to find out, like, okay, they were talking about it again because she was still worried, like disgusting. I mean, she just found out, and then they got married. I think they should have waited, but anyway, they got married. Then she's finding out that this person that he laid his lips on works with her. He works with her. Not closely, not physically, just in the workspace. I mean, that's worse. You get to see this person every day, but for some reason he had no worry at all. It's just, on with the day. But poor Penny, she has to think about, all this worry and stuff. Now there goes the trust issue. So then after the bed scene where nothing really happens, they go back home from Vegas. Man, that's a drive. And they didn't break up. They were just in the arguing stage. They go back to their original spots of their apartments, and that ends their scene because that's basically what happened. Oh, and I forgot to say there are spoilers in this, even though I just wasted a whole like 2 minutes on talking about that. So so if you haven't seen the episode, go see it and then come back. So anyway, so that's what happened with them. If I explain that, so um, to me personally, with them, they should have waited. After she heard that, she should be like, you know what, turn the car around. We need to talk. But for some reason, these guys don't talk. They don't conversate of how they feel and what they're going through in their mind. So I think that was a big mistake. And then, through the whole thing, if when you're seeing it, like she's sitting there worried and thinking about the other woman, but I think there's something more than just the other woman. I know she had no regrets and no surprises, but she was thinking about other things too. That's why I believe they were holding off on the wedding or something. Maybe she didn't want to get hurt. I don't know. But, through the whole thing, while she was getting married got married, she was just, she was just on that other person. And I really feel bad. Here's the love of your life, trying to get married to a nice romantic area. Yeah, Vegas is romantic, relax. But then come to find out, somebody told you something on your wedding day. I mean, that's just an anniversary every year. Like, she is, like, right now she's like remembering it. So every year it's just gonna get worse. So I don't think they should have did that. I think they should have just turned around, talked about it, wait months afterwards to heal, and then got married and have the loved ones around. That was the whole point of marriage, have your loved people around. But they didn't do that, so now they're all mad at each other. So now they're not talking. So on with the second half of what was going on. See, there's always two things going on. So we saw in the last season, season 8 of the season finale, where Amy broke up with Sheldon. Well, it was mostly just like, separated for a while because of the fact that she had to think. Because, he's a maniac. Lunatic, maniac, you pick it. That's what's going on. He's a pain in the ass, let's put it that way. So anyway, continue on, Sheldon didn't like the fact that things were, he's freaking out. He didn't like things that, what Amy wasn't telling him because, she's thinking about it. So that he goes over to the apartment, and he's like, "Did you think about it yet?" And she's like, "It's only been 11 hours." So he waited 11 hours, and then he goes over there to pester her. But then come to find out, she was leaving her apartment, so she was going to go see the wedding that Leonard and Penny are going to go do. So that's what was going on as this was going on. So they all go to Howard's and Bernadette's house. They're all hanging out. There's Stuart, there's Raj. And then as they're watching them trying to get married, and then Leonard had vows and Penny did. But I like what Penny's vows with, the Toy Story thing, but you got a friend in me. Love that. I know the pastor was like, "Is that Toy Story?" And she's like, "Yes, he loves it." And he's like, "I do." And I'm like, I even agree. If somebody said that to me, that's amazing. I just love that movie. It would have been so cool in the vows, even though she kind of thought of it out of her head. But whatever. Anyway, back to with it. So they're in the living room trying to enjoy themselves, and it was kind of awkward because they just separated, and he wasn't even supposed to be there, but he showed up. We're talking about Sheldon again. And he just kept pestering her and pestering her and pestering her. And you know what? She's like, you know what? Forget it. We're broken up. Get out of my face. And she went in the kitchen, and then, Sheldon got left. And then Raj took Sheldon home, and Bernadette went in the kitchen to see what's going on. So Stuart or Howard is the only one who witnessed them getting Penny and Leonard getting married. And maybe they recorded it, or maybe not, or maybe they can see it on. I don't know how that really works, but hopefully they can redo it again. But I don't know. I think that wedding they should do a redo. So, and come to find, so then back to Amy and Sheldon. So then come to find out where he got that ring. It's his mother's ring. So he was about to mail it back, but then she says no, keep it, because he talked to her. And now Amy was like broken heart, but then Bernard says everything will be fine. But then Stuart comes out of nowhere and just becomes creepy. He's like, the whole time you've been doing the right thing, and he puts his hand on her shoulder and he's like, it's time to do the wrong thing. And it's like, what happened to him? I know they made the character a little pathetic a little bit, but what happened to him? He used to be cooler, like in season 2, where he could draw, he had confidence. It's like, where did all that confidence go? I don't know. It's just his character was way better than what it is right now. But I still like him, so it's cool to hang around. But that was really creepy, especially she's broken heart. So that basically ends everything. So to me personally, Penny and Larry should just wait it out, because now if they still stay together in the wedding, they're gonna remember this for until the end of days. So I don't know how they're gonna fix this, unless they fix it as a married couple and then renew the vows like another year later, like a redo. I mean, I guess if you can do that. And then Amy and Sheldon, I don't know. I mean, they're a cool couple, but it's just that the way how Sheldon kind of treats her, I believe he doesn't realize that, because there are other people that do realize that they treat their girlfriends bad, and then they do it anyway, and they still stay with them. But she was just trying to deal with his crap so he can, like, evolve a little bit more maturely, just like she did, a little bit. Don't change the guy, but just a little bit. I mean, but anyway, so to me personally, I don't know where I see them, but yeah, I kind of their relationship with me is, it's really cool, but it's just I don't like how he has that sarcasm with Amy. That's all. I mean, I believe Amy can do better, but I really want her to stay on the show. So maybe if he changes himself a little bit to realize what he says, what he does, and how he acts, I believe he can get her back. And then, you know what? I believe that things will work out. I mean, they don't, they don't have to rush it, but I mean, 5 years is a long time. I think they should try to work it out. But if he's going to be unreasonable, I don't see why they should just go back together, because, only his way and nobody's way. 50-50, I agree with that. What's wrong with that idea? So that was the episode. It was those two couples. I'm curious about Raj and Emily, because you didn't see her there, but I'm assuming she's working. And then Bernadette and Howard and Stuart. I'm kind of curious what's going on with that. So we'll see how that happens. And next week it looks like going to be a Funds with Flags, and he's going to talk about his ex-girlfriend, and she's going to get mad. And that was like the preview. So it was a fun night. I mean, craziness, stressful, but this is like real life stuff to me, because this stuff can actually happen. So I think it was a great episode. I hope you were excited like as much as I was, because a lot of things happen with the cliffhanger. So I am just so happy this happened. So anyway, I'm done with talking about that, but I have a question for everybody. We're gonna get a little nerdy right now. I found this on Facebook. Somebody had a picture of it. There was the red pill and the blue pill. If anybody doesn't know what that is. The Matrix, if anybody remembers that. I actually liked the first Matrix. The other two were okay, like a good add-ons, but it's like it missed the feel of the actual first movie, but we're not going to get into that. There's two questions of the red pill and the blue pill, and it has nothing to do with going through the rabbit hole or anything. Okay. Here's a question I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to answer what I think. The red pill. Here's what you do if you take the red pill. Go back in time and fix all your mistakes. Or if you take the blue pill, get $10 million cash. Now, before you guys figure it out, I'm going to tell you what I think. I will go with the $10 million. Now, I thought about this. Anything that happened in my past was, some was terrible, some was bad, some was like, why did I do that? I can't fix everything, but to me, if I did fix it, I would honestly repeat to actually do what I just fixed, because when I fix it, I ain't gonna remember what I just did. So if I didn't do that mistake, I can't learn of what I just did. If anybody understands how I just spoke that, because I talk kind of fast. So that's why I would take the cash, because I would actually split. I wouldn't take $10 million. I would accept it, but then I would split it up with friends and families and people that are who need it. Little charity here, little charity there. Like stuff like that. So I'll probably end up with like $1 million. Yes, that sounds crazy, but so what? I mean, I don't need all that money. That's too much money. So you're telling me I gotta take $10 million and everybody else suffers? Forget that idea. So, so so that's just me. You know, like I know mistakes suck, but if you don't learn from your mistakes to understand what happened, you know, you're going to just repeat it and do it again. So there's really no point of fixing it, so you might as well just take the blue pill. But that's just my thing. But I want to hear what you have to say. Let's keep the conversation going. What did you think about this episode of The Big Bang Theory? Did you like it? Did you think that Penny and Leonard should wait? Or did you think Amy was in the right for breaking up with Sheldon, or Sheldon overreacting, even though I don't think he clearly understands what really was going on, because he's kind of pushing her. He pushed her to the edge. And then plus, which pill would you take? The red pill to go back in time to clean any mistakes? Or would you take the blue pill for $10 million in cash? I would like to hear those in the comments below, and it's fun. So, well, I think I did something. Anyway, so I got like another 10 minutes of play. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Hmm. Well, anyway. So, I hope, sorry, I was just looking at my screen and it looked like it froze or something happened. Hopefully, everything's okay with it. Well, anyway, thank you for joining in. I hope everybody leaves a comment below. Press like if you like this podcast, and then hope to um, hope you enjoy. See, I'm terrible at ending this. Hope you enjoyed yourself like I did. See you in the next episode. Take care. Bye.
Welcome to the reef. Acknowledge receipt. Interaction resolved.
I assure you. Warlock. You Guardians, you come here, you take our finest things. So off you go. Well, I hope you have something of interest.
A glorious hunt. Almost ashamed to see it end. Thank you, Guardian. The Kell is in chains, and I can't wait to get back in the field. The Queen and her Awoken are in your debt. Good luck out there.
Make them pay.
We have passed judgment on Kell of Kells. This is as it should be. This key will grant you fortune, Guardian. But you must be strong to face prison of elders.
Warlock, right? Nothing else? Welcome to this crumbling backwater of the reef.
Outsider.
Honored, Master.
Can strong my house. Come here. I would have your scent. I'll see you in the prison.
Wait till you see what I do to your latest
Good luck
little
on your
theory.
hunt.
Hello, outsider. outsider.